How is it going, everybody? It is Sean, or the Armchair Coach, and welcome to episode 10 of UTSA Dynasty. In this episode, we might be seeing some playoff football, so we are going to waste no time getting into things here. We will update you on recruiting here very shortly once I have taken a look at things and have gotten ourselves set. Okay, so here's the deal on recruiting. We end up being out of the race for the cornerback we were going after, so we have to pull out of that recruitment, and things aren't looking too hot for Matt Poole either. We end up upping his offer as well as Carey Peterson's offer here. We really just want to make sure that we get both of these guys in-house, and it's not all that much expensive. We're still well over 1,000 NIL, which is I think where we want to be for the transfer portal process. So with that being said, we still do need to take a look here at the cornerbacks and see if we can't find somebody late in the game here to help kind of fill that need. I mean, we can always go after a cornerback in the portal. The problem is we want to have young talent that we can bring in young and develop, but it's looking like at this point in the season, just about everyone we would want to take a shot on is gone. Although AJKZ here might be an option. He's got a couple of offers lower on his board, but I think we can still sneak in there. So we'll throw him on the board and we'll slot him in. And we will throw him a scholarship offer with what he's asking for in NIL. And then we'll go ahead and send the house here since we are behind as far as our hours are concerned on him. But everyone else right now, we can't really do much else other than what we are doing right now. So it's just a matter of trying to win them out in the visit weeks here as we are in week 10 and have a big game against Temple. Every game, like I was saying last episode, is going to be important for us to close out this season. And we're going to try our best to come out here and play some dominant football on the road. We have been great both sides of the ball all year long. Can't fall off now. Let's hop in here and get another conference matchup underway. On the road once again as we enter the field here in Temple. And we will try to take on this Temple Owls team that we haven't lost to, but we did have a really rough game against them last year from what I remember. We really struggled to get anything going on offense because we were in that stretch of the season where we couldn't get anything going on offense. As Temple is able to come out and score some points of their own to start the game, but we find ourselves with a 3rd and 2 on offense here, getting the ball into their territory as Deuce Lawrence manages to bounce off a couple of would-be tacklers and pick up the first for us. And we will let it go back to the sim now, and we'll let the sim pick it back up. Can we score some points on our first drive here? We're in the red zone already, so that's a good sign. And we've got all of our receivers healthy again, and we were also missing Carlos Thomas as we're going to throw one up for Arvis Battle, and he can't hang on in the end zone. So 2nd and 10 now on the 12-yard line. Can pick it up without scoring, but we obviously want to score here as we are going to layer one into DJ Dugar Jr. is going to get pushed across the goal line for the opening touchdown here for the Roadrunners in this game. And can we keep the momentum up? Temple looking like their offense has come to play today as they are moving the ball on us again. A 3rd and 7 situation now for them as they will line up in the shotgun. Definitely looking to cover the first down sticks here as they're going to hand the ball off on 3rd and long. And despite the running back almost managing to spin away from Cordell Belly, he does bring him down. So it is 4th and 4. They're going to look to go for it here, playing a little bit aggressively here to start the game. They know what's on the line if they can upset this team. And we're going to play some man coverage. If they're going to beat us, they're going to do it man-to-man. And their quarterback will step up and pick up the first. That is Felipe Grimes, probably an auto-generated player at this point in our dynasty. But he is able to pick up the first for them here as it is 1st and 10 inside our 15-yard line. Kind of not a great start, I would say, for our defense. Kind of struggling here. Are we going to end up playing down to our competition like the Commanders, I swear, do in the NFL? That's a really random reference if you don't know that I'm a Commanders fan, but I am indeed a Commanders fan, and we love to play down to whatever competition we're playing, or up to in some cases, as we will try to get the quarterback before he's across the goal line, and we will just barely keep him out here, as it is 1st and goal. Temple looking to make a statement at home against a superior opponent. We are far better on paper than this Temple team, but they have come out with a goal in mind, it would appear. But Corey Wall steps up and makes a huge hit there on 1st and goal. And on 2nd and goal, we're going to play some man coverage. It seems that their cover or their wide receivers can't beat that coverage, but they're going to hand off instead, and we make another stop. So we are now in a 3rd and goal situation on the 1-yard line. I think we're going to bring the pressure. I have a feeling they're going to try to hand the ball off again, and that's exactly what we do. We were there, but can't make the stop. Temple pushes it across for another touchdown, and now, no, this can't be how this happens, right? So Temple is in our red zone again. Offense not producing here early on in this game, as Temple's going to throw a short one to their running back, or their wide receiver, actually, and we will blow it up that time. So it goes from keeping them to 3, I think, to needing a turnover more than anything here, as our cornerback is so out of position. That's actually our strong safety playing some man-on-man right there, and not making a great play, as he moved the wrong direction, leaving that slant wide open for one of their players to make the big catch. And on 1st and goal here, I have no doubt they're going to try to hand this one off, and we were once again there, but the running back is able to make a big block. And we are in a rough position here, down 14 against a Temple team that has come prepared for our roster today. We're going to hand off to our star running back, though, and pick up a touchdown of our own to close the gap to 7. So can our defense start to step up here, as we are given the ball here in a 2-minute drill as the clock is running, so we'll try not to waste too much time here. Got to kind of step up now. I mean, we are up against a team where we should be playing so much better than we are. We're getting... Christ, dude. I don't know how that's intentional grounding. I guess we didn't get out of the tackle box. And it'll be 2nd and 20 now because, yeah. And we're going to throw one over the middle to Prince Hall, who's going to go up and get it. The Temple defender not expecting that pass to be there, I guess. And we are in a 3rd and short situation. We're going to just set ourselves up here to maybe catch them napping and pick ourselves up a first. Give ourselves some fresh downs to work with, as Dugard Jr.'s got some space, and he'll power forward and pick up the first. And on 1st now, we're going to try to line up and get something going here. I mean, truly just come out and gotten smacked in the mouth by this Temple team to start this game. We'll go up and take a shot here for Emmett Longo and cannot find anything. So we'll give our players a chance to catch their breath now, as it will be 2nd and 10 with 50 seconds on the clock. We'll roll out to our right. We'll find Prince Hall. Can't make a man miss, so it'll be 3rd and short here. And we're going to look to get back to the line and snap something off quickly here. Keep their defense on their back heels, as we will pick up the first, and I think we'll go ahead and call our first timeout there. I saw Emmett Longo was a little bit out of breath there on the right side, so timeout might give him a little bit of a chance to catch his breath. We do have 2 left, 30 seconds to go down and try to get ourselves a score as well. God, I knew what I was doing was stupid. Oh, that was a stupid read. I saw the linebacker begin to come down, and I just thought we could throw that one in there. Not the throw you make in that situation. Oh, boy. Not against Temple, dude. What are we talking about? We're talking about Temple, guys. This isn't the team we need to lose or should lose against. We do manage to go down and get a clutch touchdown in the 3rd quarter, and now we're on offense again with a 3rd and 6. I can't believe the offensive performance, or I guess lack thereof, our team has had. There's no way that's oh my God, there's no way that's intentional grounding. Dude, okay, so this is going to be our hell game this season, where we're getting no calls, we're getting everything going against us, as we are once again given an opportunity on offense. I mean, this is just bad. This is bad news for us here. If we are struggling to throw the ball against Temple all of a sudden, how are we going to do against a team that has way better defenders? As we do find Arvis Battle Jr. here and get us inside the red zone. it's a little bit concerning that all of a sudden, once again, just like last season, our offense seems to be struggling here as we're closing out the season. Deuce Lawrence makes a man miss, and it's 2nd and 2. I thought maybe our biggest challenges were behind us, but it appears that our biggest challenge is still ourselves, unfortunately. So 3rd and 1 here, can pick up the first without getting a touchdown. But that is a very long 1 yard if you ask me. May as well go get the touchdown, and Temple is going to make a stop. Dude, this is getting ridiculous, dude. How is Temple playing defense like they're fucking Georgia, dude? Tell me how that's all of a sudden happening with a 62 overall roster that they've got. We will manage to find Nazir Amos, though, on 4th down, our backup tight end, who will bring in a huge catch for us and give us the lead finally. Probably haven't seen the lead in this game all day, but we will finally get it there. But Temple is once again driving on us in our half as time is running out in this game. 6 minutes on the clock. It's 3rd and 5 for them, and they will drop back to pass here, looking to cover everything downfield, but we cannot be in the right position, and they're going to score, dude. Okay, so, I mean, I see what's happening. QEA, the EA AI taking over the game as Temple is going to once again, oh my god, how are we struggling this bad? There's no way we are having this kind of collapse right now. What are we talking about as we are struggling to bring the quarterback down for the sack, but we do manage to do so. And down by 6 now with less than 4 minutes in the game, we find ourselves in a 3rd and 6 situation, and Noah Sanders is in the backfield. I guess both of our starting running backs are hurt. And on 4th and 7 now, we couldn't find anything in the run game. We have to throw the ball. We can't take a field goal this late in the game, so we'll have to find something in the air. We'll go to Arvis Battle Jr., and he will pick up the first just barely. And we are finally given the reins here to try to go down and finish this game with a score. Deuce Lawrence in the backfield, 2.5 minutes on the clock. I've got no faith in our passing game with the way it has gone today, as Prince Hall is now going to go down with an injury, as if we need any more going not our way in this game. That will also stop the clock for us, and it is 2nd and 2 now, as we're going to throw the RPO out here to Romel Stevens and pick up a 1st down. And with that, we will let the clock run down to the 2-minute timeout here. And then it becomes how we manage getting into the end zone here. We've got 2 minutes, and if we don't use up as much of it as possible, there is so much time for Temple to go down and get a response of their own. On this first attempt here, we are definitely going to set up shoot clock and get the clock down under a minute. And after that play, I keep pressing everything except what I need to press. And then once again, I think we run the ball, although they are set up to defend the run here. So maybe we look for a pass to Emmett Longo in the end zone. He can't hang on. Oh, my goodness. 4th and inches. I mean, what am I supposed to do? The green window doesn't exist for that catch, as we will pick up the 1st down with Deuce Lawrence here. It is getting, it's getting close here. I think we're comfortable letting the clock run down to 30 seconds before we snap on this handoff. From there, that's where we start using our timeouts if we don't get in the end zone, as Deuce Lawrence is able to make a man miss, but not able to get in the end zone. 2nd and goal here. We're going to turn to the passing game, as we will step up as no one's open, and our guard is getting in the way, but it won't matter. I really thought that we were going to get stuck on our guard for so long it became impossible for us to score. There's 18 seconds left in the game. We've done such a great job managing the clock. It's a 1-point game. We cannot allow Temple to get in field goal range. A lot can happen late in these games. They're going to check down here to begin with and take their first timeout. We are going to continue to not play prevent defense, because that's just going to allow them to get these big chunks underneath and get themselves in scoring range. 12 seconds. Have to stand up here. They will pick up the first, as I was trying to make sure I covered as much as possible, but left a little bit of space open. 7 seconds now. You would have to imagine this is probably the last play they can run to get any closer, and they're going to throw it up, and they cannot get the completion. I was going to lose my mind if that ended up complete. But last play of the game here, we tried. We really, really did try to blow this one, as they will complete that one there to end the game. But it is over. A narrow, and I mean narrow, victory for the Roadrunners today to stay undefeated as we take a look at the stats here. So Briggs Cherry, not his strongest performance today, under 200 yards passing, not the best efficiency, and 2 interceptions, one of which being my bad reads. On the ground, though, is definitely where we were at our best today. Almost 200 yards between our 2 running backs here and a touchdown for DJ Dugard Jr. And Briggs Cherry also finds 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. And then receiving-wise, not a very strong day for any of our receivers. No one over 50 yards. And then defensively, not producing a ton of results, as you might imagine, with the kind of offensive performance we were allowing Temple to have today. Rough showing, however, a 9th win in the season. We are now 3 games away from an undefeated season and conference and postseason implications. So this week is now complete. We will move on to next week and see how we're looking. And as we can see, we have gotten a verbal commitment from Josh Bethel, a verbal commitment from Quincy Eziudu, a hard commitment from Daquan Fouts, and that is it as far as that update is concerned. We have some guys coming in to visit this week, and I'm going to update practice and everything, and I will check in with you soon. Okay, so all things considered here, we're looking to be in pretty good shape for everyone we're still in recruiting battles for. Now, the 2 guys that we are not in first for here, like Daniel Strong and Matt Poole here, we do have Matt Poole coming in for visits this week, and then Daniel Strong next week. And along with that, we also have a couple other guys who are coming in this week for visits. And we want to close those out against Army. But we do have 45 points left over, and at this point in the season, we can definitely start taking a look at some of the guys we want to bring in. More than anything at this point, I want to see what... Okay, and that's why we're excited about this guy. I saw 90 speed, and I didn't need to see anything else, but that just confirms that this guy is going to be a stud, and we definitely want him on our squad. How about Matt Poole here? Is he worth the effort we're going through to bring him in? I guess we'll have to wait till next week to see, but... his strength and acceleration and speed numbers look pretty good for defensive tackle. So that gives us a little bit of hope here as we walk into a Week 11 matchup. Is that it? Yeah, it's Week 11 at this point. So a Week 11 matchup here against Army. They are a 71 overall squad with a pretty good defense. So, okay, we're having the weird uniform bug go on. But we'll step here into this game and hopefully bounce back after our defense really struggled against Temple. Okay, back at home inside the Alamo Dome. Can we bounce back against an Army team that on paper we should have no problem against? Despite us being the better team on paper, we can still come out and be the worst team on the field. So can we come out today and be the better team on the field? Let's find out. Now, I don't know why DJ Dugard Jr. was on the field here, because the big news is that he partially tore his PCL last game. As I was setting up practice for this week, I did notice that he is going to be out for multiple weeks, it says. It's going to be a little bit problematic going into the playoffs if he is not back, as their tight end goes up to make a ridiculous catch and cannot pull it in. But we will have the ball here 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 9 on our offensive opportunity here. And I think we're going to look to the passing game early, as, I mean, obviously the down in distance makes us kind of need to do so, as we tried to step up and find Arvis Battle, but their defensive end manages to close the gap on us before we are able to do so. And it'll be 3rd and 8 here for Army on their next drive, as they will come out in the shotgun and they will hand off, and we will manage to stop that in the backfield. So good defense from us there, but our offense has not come out to play today, as we are getting deep into the second quarter here, and it is still nothing, as they're going to hand it off or fake the handoff on 3rd and 9 and drop it off to their running back and come up short. But it looks like they will be going for it on 4th, or maybe kicking the field goal, actually. Want to make sure we don't overcommit to this and end up giving ourselves a penalty. as they are going to put it up and through. So Army is going to take a 3-0 lead here, unfortunately, early on in this ball game, and they go down and score a touchdown. So now it is a 10-0 Army lead to start this ball game. Oh boy. So Army's coming out and punching us in the mouth here a little bit, as we are going to quickly get to the 1-yard line with a rush there from Deuce Lawrence. And with 54 seconds left, we of course can go to the running game here, as Noah Sanders is going to check in. If you remember, we brought him in a couple transfer cycles ago thinking he would end up being a part of the rotation, and he's going to score a touchdown for us. Here in the third quarter now, our defense still is struggling to stop this Army offense, and our offense cannot compete against this Army defense, apparently. So, not a good sign here, as their quarterback's going to break a tackle and then slide. He probably could have scored if he had wanted to. 2nd and 6 here, as Army's just going to keep running their offense, and we're going to have to try to stop it. And we blow up the option play, and the quarterback tries to scramble for it, doesn't get anything, and now it is 3rd and 6 very quickly here. We're going to try to play for the pass. They've been running a lot of passing plays that we're just not expecting, but they're going to go for the option here. Toss it to their running back and pick up the first. I mean, really just the slowest spin move of all time, and it beats us. As it is 1st and goal now, and they're probably just going to try to power the ball in with the option here, but we do get in the backfield there as Corey Walls makes yet another big play. He has become kind of known for those here late in his career. As it is 2nd and goal, running back in the backfield, and they will hand it off to him, and he will take it across. So we are down 17-7 here, as it is 3rd and 2 with the third quarter coming to a close. Yikes. I mean, we are missing more than just DJ Dugar, as our center and Alan Anger, our star defensive tackle, are both hurt. But I didn't expect for us to really struggle as much as we are in this game, as we are now on another 3rd down situation. But we find an wide open Prince Hall, and we'll get ourselves to the 10-yard line here. But I don't know really what to say about the offensive struggles we have had in this game. I did not expect that this game would be coming down to us needing to score a touchdown here late just to stay in it, as Army's going to blow up that play. Yeah, I mean, not the kind of performance you want to see out of your team that's supposed to be an 87 overall, as Briggs Cherry cannot complete that pass. I mean, I'm trying to put it in a spot where it's safe from the defender, because, I mean, the defense in this difficulty is liable to pick off anything I throw. And we're going to come up short on 3rd down, forcing us into, I think, going for it on 4th here, with the game coming down to the line, and we cannot pick up the completion that we need. And we will get the ball back here and score. And so with 3:26 to go in the game, we are now being put in on defense, being told to go get the ball back to go win the game for our offense. Not the situation we expected ourselves to be in, but it is the one we are in, so we have to make the most of where we are at this point. Army going to try to waste as much clock as possible, you would imagine, this late in the game, but instead they're going to go for a throw, and luckily that is nowhere near anybody that can make a catch, and 3rd and 10 is the situation now. Is this finally where we step up and make the stop we need to get the ball back, and we will stop Army well short of the line? They are going to run the clock down as much as possible. They can run it down to the 2-minute timeout if they want, but they will kick it away with a few seconds left on the clock before the 2-minute timeout. Chunk on it, and with 2:01 to go here in this game, we are being given the reins with the chance to go down and kick the field goal for the tie or win this ball game with a touchdown. We'll start the drive with a handoff to Noah Sanders and pick up a 1st down immediately. That's the way we want to start out. And now we will continue, I think, to run the ball. We're not so far away from scoring that we need to necessarily commit to throwing. Unfortunately, as soon as we try to go back to the well in the run game, Oh my gosh. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, how is that throw all of a sudden, after weeks of that being an automatic completion, how is he not putting the ball in the right spot now? As it is 3rd and 9, we're going to have to try to find a play to pick us up the yardage, and Emmett Longo will make the catch here. It'll be 4th and inches. We'll get up to the line here and I think snap off a quick run, try to catch them sleeping and pick up the chains that we need really fast, as Noah Sanders finds a huge seam for us there, and we now have a fresh set of downs to work with. Clock still on our side, so we can still continue to work the run game a little bit. We'll catch them with the draw here as Noah Sanders makes yet another big run, coming up big for us down the line, as we'll continue to let the time run off the clock. In fact, we will waste a little bit of it here. Are we looking at, yeah, I mean, Deuce Lawrence is banged up. Now Noah Sanders is banged up as well. I mean, our running backs are not catching a break in the wear and tear department, unfortunately. And on 1st and 10 here, only able to find a yard. So this is now where we maybe turn to a passing play with under 30 seconds to go. If we complete it inbounds here, we can call a timeout. So let's find something short. And Romel Stevens has got some space to the corner. Touchdown with 16 seconds on the clock. You would imagine that this game is more than likely over. We will hop in on defense here with 9 seconds to go. And, I mean, we're excited about walking away with the win here, but there's a lot to discuss aside from that. The horrid offensive play in these last 2 games is definitely a problem, because we cannot walk into the college football playoff if we make it that far and put up this kind of performance. So gonna have to try to bounce back for a 2nd straight week, even though we are winning games, as the performances we are putting out are not very confidence inducing. But we will look at the stats here. We saw that Briggs Cherry wasn't having a great game. Threw the ball 35 times, just over 60% on the completion percentage, and 227 yards. 2 touchdowns to an interception, so he did start turning it around later in the game as far as his touchdowns are concerned. And then Noah Sanders ends up having a big game on the ground, finally getting a chance to get some yardage here as he is a senior bound to graduate. But other than that, our run game was very quiet today. And then through the air, Prince Hall had 3 catches for 72 yards. But other than that, we had a pretty mediocre day through the air defensively. No sacks, and that's a problem. Plenty of tackles for loss because they were running the ball a ton. No interceptions. And we will have to regroup and head on into next week. We're 10-0, so that's the lone positive, I think, to take away from this game. Other than that, I'm like Nick Saban at the mic, you know. They ran through us like shit through a tin horn, or whatever he said in that one interview.
And they run through our ass like shit through a tin horn, man, and we could not stop them. Could not stop them. Could not stop them.
Because that's what it felt like. But on the next week, we will see how that does for us with our recruiting site or our recruiting processes. I can't imagine a close win against Army gives us a ton of boost here, but we will get a commitment, a hard commitment from Josh Bethel, a hard commitment from Marquise Gammon, and that is it, unfortunately. So Matt Poole verbally commits to LSU. I think that is most likely where he is going to end up. And that just kind of fucking sucks as far as like the defensive tackle room is concerned. We have thrown ourselves at 3 different defensive tackles, I think, in this recruiting cycle, and have landed one of them. That's just frustrating, you know? And 2 of them, if not 3, were 3-star prospects that we couldn't land. So the fact that we're here now in recruiting, maybe having to say, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to look for either 2-star prospects or 3-star and 4-star transfers in the transfer portal. Shitty. Fucking sucks. But We are here in recruiting, and as you can see, we are now too late to offer a visit to Jarek Boyman here. We don't have any more home games this season, unfortunately. And then for Matt Poole here, we brought him in on a visit, and even with the visit, it's just not looking like we are going to be able to bring him in over in LSU. So we will pull the NIL we spent on him back. Shame that we can't get any 4 stars even with the success that this team has had. And then when we look here in the defensive tackles, I mean, there's just nobody left. There's not even anybody really in the 2-star range at this point that we can put ourselves in the race for. So it really is just going to be, okay, well, I guess we're fucking going for someone in the transfer portal. Just ridiculous, the kind of shit that is happening to us all of a sudden. Daniel Strong here is in his top 5. We've got him coming for a visit this week. We don't really know what his sell is, so we can't pitch him. I mean, maybe we can guess here. It's not the clutch. Okay, maybe I think it's clocked in. Okay, so we know his pitch, so we can pitch him on that now. But Oklahoma's got a pipeline, and they've got such a huge lead on us because I think they know what his sell grade is. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is one of those recruitment where it feels like we're just not destined to win it because he wants to go to Oklahoma more. And we could, I guess, bump up the scholarship offer we have on him. I mean, what would it take for him to get to that interested status? 105? Sure. I guess we'll pay that. But aside from that, it's so late that I don't want to add any other recruits here. So I guess we'll spend the rest of the points that we've gotten back now to begin scouting some of the guys that we still have on our board here. So Marlon Prater looks like he's going to be a little bit of a project. That's fine. Daquan Fouts, someone we've brought in. Can we not scout them after they've committed? That's a little shitty, I guess. Yeah, we can't scout any of the guys that have committed, so that's annoying. That's definitely not necessarily fair, but oh well. We'll continue to scout the rest of the guys that we can scout as we will get the full info on Kerry Peterson here. And with that, we have 50 hours left over. I mean, we can take a look and see if there's literally anybody of interest still left in recruiting for the high school, but I doubt it. There's not any 5 stars left. There is, I mean, no, I'm not interested in a thumper Mike linebacker. A coverage specialist free safety would have been interesting, but a couple teams are in that recruitment. But anyway, I mean, there's just not really, what my point was is there's just not any talent in this pool left that's worth going after and spending any extra time working on. So we will enter a Week 12 matchup against Rice here, hoping that we can survive at this point. Hold on, let me actually take a look at the injury report and see if that gives us a more full idea of what we are dealing with. Yeah, so DJ Dugard Jr. is dealing with a partial PCL tear that'll keep him out 3 weeks. So he's out for the rest of the regular season. We might be able to see him for conference play and playoff games if we get there. Now, Alan Angerer is essentially out for the rest of the season with that dislocated ankle, and we will sorely miss his presence on our defensive line. And I think we already have. So, Week 12 matchup against Rice. Rice is a team that the last 2 years we have been in very hotly contested defensive battles against. So, it would be nice to come out and have something different today, but let's hop in here and see what happens. Back in our home stadium once again, Rice on the schedule. Are we going to have another struggle of a game this week? We're already being tasked to help our defense out, so I am likely to believe that this is the route we are heading down. I mean, can it really be that we are going to collapse in the way that we have? We have struggled immensely the last 2 weeks. Is Rice going to be the team that finally puts us out of our misery and sends us to the loss column this year? I can't fathom what it could possibly be that is holding this team back. Is it truly just the fact that we are missing 3 players who are all happening to be heavy contributors? I mean, what kind of luck is that really? That the 3 of our best players are all hurt at the same time and all of a sudden we can't play football as they do force an incompletion here. It's 3rd and 7. I would love to know if the devs at EA think it's really funny to do this as we're finally having a team who's putting together a lot of success on the football field, or if it is just my luck as we will drop the interception opportunity there and it's 4th and 7. I mean, where was the timing on that? How was I supposed to time that catch? You tell me, as Rice will take a 3-0 lead here in this ball game. Not the start we want to have when we have struggled immensely in the last couple games, but we do score incredibly quickly. Did we take the kickoff back for a touchdown? I think we might have. Either that or we scored a long play. But either way, it's 7-3 now as Rice is once again moving the ball down our field. And their quarterback's going to step up and drop the ball off on this in route to their receiver and pick up the first down. I mean, we are really struggling to get stops. And I think because our quality defensive tackle, the one that we have on our roster, is out, all of a sudden the pressure that we were getting in the backfield is diminished, and we can't get the same kind of pressure in the run game. We can't get the same kind of pressure in the passing game, and we're just getting carved up because of it. 2nd and 10 now. They are in the shotgun, might look to hand off, though. Feels like that kind of thing here, and they will go with the option, and we will stop them after a short gain, but it is still 3rd and 7 deep in our own territory, but first quarter will come to an end. 3rd and 7 coming up. Rice having no issues moving the ball in this game, at least in the first quarter, as they will complete. No, we will knock it out finally, and it is 4th and 7. Rice's quarterback not happy about the result there, and their kicker will come out for yet another short field goal. And it is blocked. What happened? Did he just kick it into his blockers there? I didn't see us get through, but we do block the field goal and keep them off the board. Our offense is being kept off the board as well, though, and it is 3rd and 10 now for Rice as they have once again entered our territory. Quarterback will step up, find the short completion, but it will be 4th and 5, and it looks as though they're going to go for it here on 4th. Teams are definitely much more aggressive than they have been in games previous. Alone in the shotgun stands the quarterback here, so we're on alert for a pass here. He's going to roll out, look for his receiver down the field, and we lay an absolute demolishing hit, but the receiver hangs on anyway, and Rice is in our red zone. I mean, what is happening to our defense? We are all of a sudden incapable of keeping up with inferior quality players, and our offense can't move the ball. So we're down 10-7 as we are approaching the 2-minute warning here, and I am feeling heavily discouraged about how our football team is playing. I don't know what it is, but this team has forgotten how to play football. I can't explain it. There's nothing I can say about the performance we've had in this game, the last 2 games, and that makes any sense. There's no explanation for it. There's no reason why it should be happening. But here we are, as Prince Hall will make a big catch on the sideline and eat up a big chunk of yardage. I really can only explain it as it must be the talent that we have currently hurt. Because otherwise, why else would we be struggling all this bad all of a sudden? Our struggles started when they got hurt, like almost immediately after they got hurt, I would say. As these, what are these play options? Like, can we get like some play suggestions that aren't dog shit? We've got a playbook with like hundreds of plays, and I feel like I see the same 25 of them. As we can't complete a pass there on first, so on second we will be suggested some more dog shit. Like, can we expand the coach suggestions to actually suggest more of our playbook so I'm not calling like the same 4 plays every game? It's just like, oh, we've seen that you've called inside zone a bunch of times, because inside zone is definitely one of the most effective run plays. We're just going to offer you 45 RPOs and maybe 3 inside zones. Huh? I don't want that. Like, that's kind of like the opposite of what I want. Can't you see that my play style leans more heavily on the run? No, we can tell that you really want to throw RPO screen passes secretly, but are just running the ball. Like, that's how it feels with EA's coach suggestions. Like, I understand that there are RPOs in my playbook, 95% of them work about 5% of the time. So why would I call RPOs when I can just run the... How is he not in? How is that not a touchdown? Does he really get tackled short here? Because I could have sworn he's across the line. The ball breaks the plane there. I'm just not going to sit there and challenge the call on the field. But, oh my God, maybe I should, dude. What is this Rice team? What is all of these teams?
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
What are all of these teams that we have been playing in the last, 3 weeks? Why is it, the end of the season? I'm on Heisman difficulty all season. You don't need to wait for the last 4 games to turn me into a fucking world-hating... Oh my God, we can't complete the pass there. I hate the world. I hate EA. I hate this game, dude. Why are we all of a sudden unable to compete against teams that are 20 overall worse than us? We are struggling to stay in a game against Rice. Why is this happening, dude? We have no talent, I guess, no depth to make up for when our top quality guys go down, and I guess that's fair enough, but even still, I feel like we should be much better than Rice, as we will finally have another chance on offense here, as it's 3rd and 5, beginning of the 4th quarter now. The game is still 10-10. I mean, if I'm the College Football Playoff Committee, do you even bother giving this UTSA team a spot with the performances we have been putting up in the last 4 or 3 games? As we're going to look to kick another long field goal here, unable to move the ball against Rice. And we are up 13-10 in a game where our defense is now also unable to make stops. This is the most infuriating thing about this, is our defense is all of a sudden unable to stop a team with no talent on their squad. We're talking about a Rice squad with 62 overall players, and our team can't keep up. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening to our team? How are we falling apart like this, dude? There is just no way that our season is going to come down to an end because we are unable to beat Rice. Oh my God. I can't fathom a loss in this game, but that's exactly where we're heading, because we are not making the stops that need to be made. I don't want to play any more defense, EA. I'm so fucking sick of playing defense. Give me anything else aside from watching Rice get anything they want on offense. Are we really gonna get... Oh my God, we're gonna get a penalty for what? Pass interference because he threw it a millisecond after... The logic in this game is just broken. The logic in this game is just broken. We are going to lose to Rice. Oh my God, what is happening? God, dude. Oh, I'm so glad that our offense finally fucking decided to do something when we're down 11 with 1.5 minutes in the game. Yeah, don't bother blocking anybody, line. Wouldn't want to throw the ball while we're down late. I can't believe this, dude. This is like watching Season 1 team all over again. I'm dropping back. They're in our backfield instantly. None of our receivers are open. Thank God that we have someone who can make a catch even if he isn't open. Why are we... No, I'm not kicking an onside kick. We have 3 timeouts. We're going to have to go out and try to make a stop and get the ball back. I can't believe this is the game we're going out on. A team that has played just tremendous football for 10 games, I won't say 10, for 8 games has deflated in upon itself to close the season. We had an opportunity finally get over the hump and make a name for ourselves, and we pissed our pants at the finish line as they will drop the ball there. So great. We'll have 1:13 to go down and try to score. If we come back and win this game, I won't even feel good about it. I didn't feel good about winning last week or the week before. if we win this game, I take no satisfaction in it. Absolutely no satisfaction in a win, because it shouldn't have been a game like this in the first place. How is the green window so small? He is so open. Oh my god, dude, he's so open. How is there a green window for that catch? I have to throw it short because no one else is open, and we lose a yard. Can anything go right is the question, because certainly everything can go wrong, because that's what's going on today. We'll pick up 8, and it's 4th down. Have no choice but to hurry back to the line and try to go for it. Game on the line here on this last 4th down play. And we'll step up and scramble, and we'll call our last timeout at this point. Need to catch our breath as we get across the 50. We are close to field goal range, and Rice knows that, so they are going to continue to play to keep us out of the end zone. We'll pick up a quick first there. We're going to try to get everyone back in some sort of position to run another play here. Gonna step up and absorb a hit with our quarterback, as we will take another snap here and try to get the snap off. And we're going to take a shot to the end zone here, as we're just going to have to try to tie this up and go into overtime against Rice, as they will call a timeout to try to ice our kicker here with 4 seconds left. I mean, I've got no energy or passion for this right now. I don't even care if we make this or not, but it is up and it will be good. So we will head to overtime in an unbelievable game where we should have been out of here with a dominant victory. Instead, we are going to hope that we can put this team away in overtime. We will walk out and get a big pickup on our first drive, as we will get down to the 10-yard line. How do we end up here? You know, how does this team that was beating, who was it, UNLV with a score of 65-24, only put 24 points up on a Rice team that I think would arguably be worse? We come out, we score on our first drive of overtime, and now Rice has put the ball on our 11 here on their ensuing drive. Can we make a stop? Turnover is ending the game, as they will throw it out of the back of the end zone on that play and look for something here on 2nd and 10. Just unbelievable, truly. I mean, Rice has had a good season as far as an American Conference team is concerned. They're 5-5, and I think they have had a pretty positive conference record, but nobody able to come up with that interception. That would have sealed the game. I was really locking in to try to time that. But 3rd and 10 here, as one of our guys got hurt on that last play. No time to think about that here. They are in the shotgun, looking to throw here. He's going to step up, and it is short. And 4th and 10 now. Corey Wall's a little banged up. That was the guy who took a knee there on the last play. And this is for the game. They at the very least need to get the first. Most likely need to go for the touchdown. And they're going to put it up in front of the user, and we knock it away. And in overtime, we sneak out of this game with a win. Oh, my God. Yeah, so, we kept it real calm, cool, and collected there. Credit to me for being the cool, calm, collected coach that I am. But that was bad. Objectively bad performance. Continues to be bad performances, as our quarterback was under 50% completion percentage today. Only 226 yards and a touchdown. We could not run the ball today, it would seem. We were really struggling to do that with DJ Dugar out of the lineup. And then receiving, Preston Hall and Emmett Longo both almost have 100 yards through the air, and then nobody else doing anything of note, really. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we had a few guys making an impact, but outside of them, it was just not the kind of game that you want to have from your defense against a team that we should be dominating against. And I keep saying that. It's 3rd game in a row now that we are talking about this same thing here. And when is it going to get better? When are we going to fix that, you know? It is yet another win in our pocket. We are 11-0. Like, we should be talking about how exciting it is to be 11-0, but we can't when things are going this poorly on the field right now. we will put that to the side here in advance to next week, where we will hope to see some recruitment news as we get a verbal commitment from Marlon Prater, a hard commitment from Quincy Ezeudu, and that is it as far as commitments are concerned. We are still trying to close out some other commitments here, so we will try to take a look at recruiting after practice here, and I will reconvene with you. So here's the update for recruiting. Can you believe if I tell you that we lost yet another 4-star recruit? This whole season has been a bag of getting fucked, and it sucks. It really does. I don't know what else there is to do in our approach on the field, in our approach in recruiting, but nothing really is working out for us, unfortunately. We've had moderate success doing the same thing we did before we got good, but we went into this season so excited thinking that, we've got the money now to go after some of these better prospects and things will start looking up for us in the recruiting game, but it has not been that. It has been us still losing out on just about every recruitment in that 4-star range. So can't do much about that, unfortunately, but we will walk in here to our last regular season game against FAU. We really need to find it here. This is our last opportunity to get it together before we play some really meaningful football. So let's walk into this game with our heads screwed on straight and walk out of here with an easy win. We are in Florida taking on the FAU Owls. This is the time for us to put it together. I need us to find some offense and defensive success today, and we are already down 7-0. So ask and ye shall receive the opposite when it comes to EA, but we will find some space here on our first carry with Deuce Lawrence and find the FAU end zone. So we strike back on our own here on offense, and we are in the red zone again here. This is the kind of offensive performance we've been missing. Can we start to put it together here in our last game of the regular season as our right tackle? Is that Joseph Daly there on the right side making a big Superman block there? And the second and inches as Noah Sanders will check in. We'll hand it off to him. And we are in the end zone with yet another running back here. It doesn't matter who's running the ball for our offense. We can get the ball across the goal line with whoever, as long as we're not playing Army, Temple, or Rice, apparently. And we will try to stop FAU here as they are in our red zone, and Tyler Jordan gets back into the backfield for a big sack. Kind of finding our defensive groove here, maybe finally in our 4th week without our star players. No better time than the present to start finally getting your team identity back, as they will complete one short, but we are all over that, and it will be 3rd and 12 for the Owls here, and we will come out and try to play the pass here. I mean, we have not seen our defense be able to play zone or man effectively as of late. So it really is just a matter of, can we get back there and force a turnover this way? But they will fall on it, unfortunately. So 4th and 23, long field goal coming for their kicker. Can we maybe get a block? We'll try to time this up as perfectly as possible, but they will get it up and through. So FAU will now have 10 points to our 14 here, as we are now on defense once again. So defense may be struggling still, but offense finally answering the bell here, as FAU will take the snap, look to throw. Quarterback's going to step up and dive, seeing the defense approaching. And on 2nd and 6, he is going to be in the shotgun again. We're going to try to send some pressure in. Try to see if there... What are we doing? What was that? Hold on. Let me see your fucking stupid face. You are a dumb, stupid, fucking idiot. Let me just spin this camera around for you, since you're a little bit slow. You need me to take it slow for you here, Mr. Gums. Let's see. Who's got the ball? Do 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 do. Let me answer you this question. It's not this guy. Use your fucking eyeballs. And not only that, but then he hesitates. He has another chance to say, oh, wait a second. the guy who's right next to me here.
Oh, look at you. I think this guy's got the ball, maybe. Just maybe he's got the ball. No, he doesn't have the ball. He's definitely just running past me because he likes to run. That's the logic we are going to use here as he...
Oh my god, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is the shit that you can't do anything about. It's just bad luck. So FAU will take the lead because we have some of the most caveman intelligence defenders on our team, apparently, as we will find ourselves on offense here with a 3rd and 7 situation. We did manage to go down and get ourselves a touchdown, but it is still way closer of a game than we would like it to be. We'll find Prince Hall here very short of the first down, and on 4th and inches here, they are going to let us go for it, and that's absolutely what we are going to do. The offense has had success today, so, it's not like we are in one of those hell situations against the teams we've been playing as we get another big run. I don't know if you saw that there, but we are now deep inside their red zone. But we are in a much better situation offensively this game than we have been. Our run game is definitely seeming to find some success against the Owls where we haven't before. I don't know if the pass game is having that kind of success, but if we have to run the ball to succeed and it means scoring like that, I will happily do so as FAU gets another field goal to make it an 8-point game here, and we have the ball deep in FAU territory here as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. 8-point lead would really be nice to finally find some cushion here as Noah Sanders is going to find the edge and get out of bounds here as it will be a first down here inside the red zone for us. So we'll take the reins here of the offense as the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter passes us by. We'll look to the play action here on 1st, maybe try to find somebody over the middle, but nothing's doing, so we'll roll out and scramble, pick up the 1st with our quarterback who's got some wheels despite the fact that he is not a scrambler. And on 1st and goal here was trying to see if we could audible into a run, but can't do so. And we will just drop it off here to George Nidgeman, who has not found the field so much in his redshirt freshman season, but still plenty of time in his young career for him to begin to contribute here. As we'll hand off to Deuce Lawrence, who's done plenty of contributing and continues to contribute here as he scores another touchdown for us. And 3rd and 7 opportunity for us on offense again here. We really took the opportunity here in the second half to finally pull away as our lineman there can't hold on to the block, and we will not pick up the 1st down. Up big here late, so we will feel more comfortable taking the field goal with our big leg kicker, who has become quite the star for us as he will put another one through, and we take an 18-point lead here in the 4th quarter. FAU has pushed it down into our territory. Can we make a stop? It's 4th and inches, so I imagine they're probably going to go to the passing game, because why wouldn't you, as they complete one there, and we are barely able to save the touchdown, but they are going to go down and score the touchdown anyway. And 3rd and 7 now, less than 3 minutes in the game and in the regular season at that. Are we going to finish this season undefeated? Noah Sanders has some space, and he will get us down to the 15-yard line that time, and we will now have yet another red zone opportunity in this game. Where was this offensive performance the last 3 weeks, guys? Why did we wait until the last week of the season to finally put it all back together? I'm not going to sit here and harp on this for too long. We're going to let the 2-minute come and go, and with 2 minutes left in our regular season, we now begin to think about preparing for Conference Championship Week. For the very first time as the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, we are going to be up for the Conference Championship. Who are we going to be up against? Who is it going to be on the other side of the field against us? And then even beyond that, what about the college football playoff? Do we have a shot to make a name for ourselves against national recognized talent? I don't know why the clock rundown didn't start there once we took a knee. Maybe it'll go this time. There we go. As we walk out of the final game this season, 38-27 victors. And we will take a look at the stats here. And if you look at everything, their quarterback had quite the game against us, but we are more interested here to see that Briggs Cherry only threw the ball 18 times today for 86 yards. So really weak offensive performance through the air, but our run game did all of the talking for us today as we rushed for almost 250 yards on the ground between all three of our rushers. And we will now walk out of this game, and we'll keep an eye on our recruiting and update you if anything goes on there. But we will be preparing ourselves for a conference championship matchup. So let's start getting through this and seeing where we end up. And as you can see, we have received an invite and a rematch invite at that against Memphis. So we will have to see if we can beat Memphis twice this year as they await us in the conference championship. But first things first, we got to pay attention to our recruiting, so I will check back in with you the next time there's something that's worth updating. Okay, so we have advanced a week here, and we've gotten a hard commitment from Marlon Prater, but unfortunately, it does look like we will lose out on another tackle. Oh my god. I mean, this recruiting class has just been fucking pain and suffering. As we check in on it again here, we had to bump up our offer for Jarek Boyman here a ton, and I don't think it's even going to matter here as Ole Miss is just outpacing us by a hair. And then obviously can't bring Daniel Strong in here, so we now have one tackle out of 3 that we need to bring in this class. We are falling behind immensely for this cornerback that we were recruiting. Don't know why that's happening. I don't know if Colorado's just offering him way more money or what, but it's frustrating that we are all of a sudden now really struggling in recruiting battles that 2 seasons ago it felt like we had no problem in. But we are going to get practice set up here, and it is going to be time for a conference championship matchup versus Memphis, where you will see here as we prepare practice, we will have DJ Dugar Jr. back in the starting lineup. So that is huge. We will have him along with our center here as we try to clinch our first conference title in program history as the UTSA Roadrunners. Let's hop in here and let's see what happens. So we are on our home turf because the American Conference is played at the home stadium of the higher seed as we come out immediately and score a touchdown here in this big conference title game. And we are on offense here for our first opportunity here. 3rd and 6. So happy to have DJ Dugar Jr. back in the lineup, but he will not find anything there. 4th and 5 here. I think we go for it as we are going to line up here. Not necessarily liking the look of anything, but Arvis Battle Jr. is wide open, and we will find him and get ourselves a big first down inside the 25 as we are given a 3rd and 7 opportunity here on the 24 now. And we're going to line up here in the shotgun. Can we find something maybe on a curl? No, we're just going to step up, avoid the pressure, and get the first down. Briggs Cherry has shown all year long he is able to step up, avoid that pressure when we need him to, and get us big plays. So it is now first and 10 here inside the 15. Dugar Jr. in the backfield along with Cherry here as he will hand the ball off and unfortunately not find much, as we will come back to the drawing board on 2nd down. This stick and nod play used to be so good, but we just don't have the players, I think, to really make it worthwhile, as we'll try to rocket something in there. Can't find anything. So 3rd and 11 here. Memphis tightening up here as they are against the wall, as we will look for something here on 3rd. Prince Hall is wide open. We'll put it on him. Maybe could have used leading it out to the side a little bit more. And do we get aggressive here? 4th and 3 inside their territory, pretty deeply at that. And I think we'll go to the running back here. Handoff to Dugar Jr. and nothing going on, unfortunately. We tried very hard to make that work for us, but unfortunately, nothing going on here. So we will hold a 7-0 lead here as we are in the 2nd quarter now. We'll find Prince Hall very quickly, and he's able to catch it and make a move upfield as a Memphis Tiger goes down with an injury there. And we will get the reins here inside the red zone. So it looks to be that our run game is struggling here against Memphis in this title game. But we're still going to continue to try to rely on it here as there finally is some space for Dugard Jr. to make a move. But we will only pick up 8 here. Going to look to the running game again on 2nd and 2. And we will hand off to Dugard Jr., who will get taken down in the backfield. The run game has definitely been a little bit sporadic so far to start this game, as we are going to maybe try to give Emmett Longo a chance down the field here, as we are going to go up and get picked off. Okay. I mean, we want to give our guys a chance when we can to go up and make a play like that, and it's just not always going to work out. We do find ourselves in another red zone opportunity very quickly here, so we must have turned them over ourselves. As we can see, DJ Dugard has only rushed for about 2 yards a carry to start this game, and that is not an average that is very enticing or exciting, as he will get across the goal line here and put us up 14 in this title game. So a 14-point lead here, now a 21-point lead here, as we are in the red zone again with 16. Okay. Why would you not tell me I needed it? Why would I not have the ability to call a timeout? How am I supposed to know that the clock's running? Anyway, 21-3 lead at halftime as we prepare for a big second half here against a Memphis team that has just not come to play in either one of the games we have played them in. But things can change in an instant in the college football landscape, but we do come out, put up a touchdown in the 3rd quarter, and now as we are in the 4th quarter, it is 28-3, and Memphis is in desperation mode, going for it here on 4th and 10. So the defense has finally returned to the field here, but this is going to be a brutal play to give up here. And I can guarantee you I know exactly why this play gets given up. Who gets stuck on someone? No one. Okay. So I guess we just ran the wrong coverage, and they take advantage of it. So Memphis now inside of our 14, unfortunately. Well, I guess we'll be stuck playing this. I mean, I guarantee you it would put us in this moment anyway. So we're going to try to just keep them out of the end zone here, as they will drop back on 1st and 10 and try to scramble. And as we try to send someone to make a play on the quarterback, that's when he throws it. The moment I touch the button, the moment I press the stick to send someone with pressure, they throw the ball. And they will score a touchdown here. Who would have guessed that they would manage to finally do something here at the exact right time to piss me off? As they will get back into this game just a little bit here, as we are now going to try to stop them on a 4th and 10. Somehow they are deep in our territory again. I don't know how that's possible, but they are going to drop back. And dude, this is so frustrating. Like, I can handle when our team just doesn't do the right thing. I can't handle my linebacker standing, doing nothing while the ball is thrown right by him. Who is he covering? Who are you covering? Are you covering the running back? You're not even covering him because you're not going towards the line. Like, what? What are we talking about, dude? So Memphis scores another touchdown to make it an 11-point game. And guess what? Memphis is trying really hard to get back in this game. And guess what the game is going to make sure happens for them? They are going to find a sequence of plays here that get them back in this game. I will almost guarantee it here, as they are going to find, guess what, a big chunk here, as we are all of a sudden going to forget how to stop the Memphis offense, as we have given up. Guess what? We have given up 20 fucking points in the 4th quarter. 20 of them. How do you give up 20 points in a single fucking quarter? It was 28-3 at the start of this corner. We are out here like the prime Atlanta fucking Falcons in the Super Bowl right now. And if we don't all of a sudden get our heads on fucking straight and remember how to play football, we're going to be out of this game. And Noah Sanders is in the fucking lineup. Tell me DJ Dugard Jr. got hurt again. He's dislocated his shoulder and he's out for the game. Okay. Just going to move right on past that, as Why is the green window so impossibly small now? Why, EA? Why? Why do you guys do the most abhorrent shit that makes your game unplayable? Why is my receiver who's got nobody on him unable to make a catch in space? Oh my God. Okay, Memphis down by 5 here with an opportunity to somehow come down and win this game, as we are going to have to try to stop them from scoring. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. Like, they got a huge return on that punt too. For literally what reason? And I can't get back here in coverage, and I try to play this, and the moment I turn around to go for the quarterback because he's about to scramble, I can't do that. He is not going to react on a split second the moment my guy starts running forward and then throw that pass. But it's what happens here. Despite everything, despite being up 28-3 in this game at the beginning of the fourth quarter, we are going to blow this lead. I mean, we're just delaying the inevitable here. It's just a matter of time until Memphis finds the right play that beats our coverage, or their quarterback steps up and breaks 3 tackles and scores, because that's what EA wants, as they're going to throw one in the back of the end zone that we will knock out here. It's 4th down. Game is on the line, to say the least, at this point, and I don't know what to call. He's going to look to throw. Can't find anything, and the pressure will get there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We did it.
We did it. We did it! Oh, my God, we did it.
We are conference champions. We tried everything. We tried everything to lose this game. We tried giving up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. We tried not doing anything on offense in the fourth quarter. We tried giving them the ball with a minute left, and it just wasn't enough for them. We are conference champions. Look at that American Conference trophy in front of our UTSA Roadrunners. Did this team deserve a title after the performance we had in the fourth quarter? I couldn't really tell you, but I will tell you that we are the conference champions, whether we deserved it or not. And looking at the stats here, Breaks Cherry, 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions, 230 yards through the air. Just not a great performance. DJ Dugar had a great performance in his return to the field here, but he is also hurt, so we'll hope that he's back for conference or college football playoff time, as Prince Hall and Arvis Battle Jr. are leading receivers. And then defensively, we are not looking at a strong performance today either, as we only pull up a few tackles for loss and only a single sack. It is now time for the college football playoff. We should be in, considering our record and our performance this season. So we will have to see who it will be up against us in either round 1, or we might even have to see if we've got a bye in the first round here, as we see the pop-up for winning the conference championship. And we will move on to next week, as tell me we do need to negotiate an extension. I think we will negotiate an extension with Rick Bowie here. He's been plenty fine. He wants $405 NIL. Oy. That is a hefty offer. Yikes. Do I really want to give him $405, or do I mean, he's not really even interested in coming back. So I think I just might not extend him, because I don't want to spend $405 on a coordinator with the budget that we've got right now. We do earn ourselves a contract extension, though, and we will move on to next week, and we will see who we are playing here in the college football playoff. Who is going to be our opponent, as we receive a hard commitment from Ricky Scotcha. And, okay, AJKZ reaches his top 3. We're hoping those recruits will stay put until the offseason, when we can maybe make an attempt to get back in them. DJ Dugar is going to win Conference Player of the Week here, as we will have an off week. So we'll skip this week, and I'll see you next week. Okay, so we are here at the Heisman Trophy ceremony as we see Ty Hawkins here from Texas, 3,200 yards and 32 touchdowns. Zay Wilbin here, 1,400 yards and 24 touchdowns on the ground for New Mexico. Okay, interesting choice. Who else is here? As Jonas Williams gets another Heisman candidacy here, 3,400 passing yards and 35 total touchdowns. And who rounds out the top 4 for the Heisman this year? As we see Arrington Maiden, 3,500 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and 71% completion percentage. That's a pretty solid season. So who will it be walking away with the award this season? It is going to be Ty Hawkins. He walks away with the Heisman, throwing for 17 touchdowns and 24 total, I think, with 7 rushing touchdowns being a part of that, as we earn a contract renewal here. And no love for our Roadrunners in the awards here, but let's see, do we have any All-Americans? Looking in the national team here, no one on the first team squad, no one on the second team squad, anybody in the freshman squad for us, as we see Cornell Bowie makes the freshman All-American team. Had a great season for us, 50 tackles and an interception, and I think we saw him making quite a few big plays for us. Now, how about the conference team here, as DJ Dugar is going to be first team All-Conference, so will Enrico Migueli, but that is it. Second team, we will see Briggs Cherry, Deuce Lawrence, our entire offensive line, Corey Walls, Cornell Bowie, and Jermaine Santana Diaz make the all-conference second, and then Ezekiel Davis, Terrain Figueroa, Tony Davis, and Cornell Bowie will make the all-conference freshman squad. Definitely a big improvement in that regard as far as who on our team is making some noise on the national stage, and we are now here in bowl week number 1, and we are off this week. So it would appear that we have a bye week, and we will have an opportunity here to kind of get our wits about us here. So we let our offensive coordinator walk, and we will see what kind of offers we can make here in the portal. I mean, is there any guy that has like a ton of interest in the job who is an elite recruiter here? Like Corey Dennis only wants 210. And he's an elite recruiter. And it looks like Terrence Archer here is the cheapest guy we can get that's an elite recruiter. So I think we'll go ahead and offer him that offensive coordinator job. And I will offer him 130. Nice round number. And we will see if he ends up accepting that. And we will see what happens next week. But we got a little bit more freedom with our NIL budget now, so it's not as big of a commitment to try to figure out who's going to be a coordinator, as we will set practice up for our last week off here, and we will go into a college football quarterfinal matchup. We've skipped right over having to play a week 1 matchup and have advanced ourselves right into being in the quarterfinal. So who will we be matched up against here? We will be playing a Tennessee team. Oh boy. So let's get practice and everything set up for us here, as we do get an acceptance from Terrence Archer to become our offensive coordinator. So that is positive news. So we are up against a 10-3 Tennessee team. 10-3 in the SEC is like going 26-0 in the American, I feel like. So definitely a team that we should be concerned about playing here, as we can't really avoid it. We just have to go right into it here. They are better than us on paper, but we have been on the opposite end of that and come out short. So can we be better than Tennessee today on the field in this college football playoff game? Let's step in and find out. Okay, so we are in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl against Tennessee. Conference college football playoff semifinal chance on the line here, as we will step in for our first moment in a 3rd and 9 here on Tennessee's side of the field, as our offense seems to be moving the ball here successfully early, but Emmett Longo will drop a opportunity here. And 4th and 9 here early on in this game, we're going to go ahead and take the easy points from our kicker here, as he will put this one up and through to give us a 3-0 lead against Tennessee here early. I expect that we will be playing a lot of defensive moments here, trying to give our defense a chance to be in this game here. But can we Oh, so that's what we've got to press to change the coverage now. As they will complete the quick pass and get the first down. And now they are deep inside our red zone here. So Tennessee having little problem moving the ball on their first drive. Can we step up here and prevent them from walking away with a touchdown, maybe, as we cannot, as they have way too much time to throw the ball right now, and we cannot make a stop. It looks like Tennessee turns us over on defense again here, and now they are inside our 5-yard line, as it is first and goal for them on the 3, and they are going to walk it in and score. Oh boy. I was really hoping this would be a little bit more of a competitive game, but it has been all Tennessee Volunteers here to start, as they're going to throw the RPO, and we will not be able to make the tackle, I guess, as he just kind of says, no thank you. Their quarterback hasn't thrown an incompletion yet today. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a performance from our squad here to end the season, as they are going to toss it out and score the easy touchdown. Oh, man. Okay, so we go out there and we score. Okay, so we didn't get, like, completely blown out, or we haven't gotten blown out completely yet. We're still maybe in the game, quote unquote, but it has been really hard to get Tennessee to make any sort of play that doesn't work out for them, as they will pick up 5 there and come up short, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Who could have expected that to happen? Definitely not me, as they are lined up here to hand the ball off, but I guarantee they'll probably drop back and throw it, as they do indeed fake the handoff, look to throw, but we knock it away. So good play from AJ Tuitele there, and we're given a 3rd down opportunity here, 3rd and 8, deep in their territory. Haven't been able to say that so much this game so far. Got to be smart about things here. Just because we've had a little bit of success does not mean we can all of a sudden just go for a shot here, but Parker Fulgham comes up with a big catch for us in tight coverage. And now that we're in the red zone here, we do get the reins fully, and we will try to make something happen, as we will hand off to DJ Dugar on 1st down, and he will pick us up 6, as the 2-minute timeout will come and go. I mean, walking into halftime with like a 21-17 game would be definitely a lot more chewable than what we are looking at right now, but nothing going on that run play. So 3rd and 5 that we'll have to figure out here. And Tennessee is going to call a timeout, actually. A little bit late for my taste. Now I can't call the play that I kind of liked for that situation. But 3rd and 5 now. We're in the shotgun. Prince Hall manages to find some space. Does he get across the goal line? Not quite. It's going to be a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. I tell you what, Prince Hall has become quite the target for us. Definitely one of the unexpected gems of this roster this season, as DJ Dugar Jr. takes it across the line. So we are only down 27, well, now we're down 28-17. I was going to say 21-17, but Tennessee goes down and scores a quick touchdown, but we are in their red zone again here, as we'll hand off to Deuce Lawrence and pick up 8 here on the first carry inside the red zone. Are getting what we hoped for here, which was a competitive game against Tennessee. We are struggling to stop their offense, but our offense is also coming out and not folding and not like rolling over like you might expect us to do in a game like this. So we are in this here, as it's 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. We're going to run the QB blast with Briggs Cherry, and he's going to get across the goal line. Touchdown, Roadrunners. We are keeping this a game. We refuse to quit here, as we've got Tennessee in a 3rd and 4 situation. Quarterback in an empty backfield here, so definitely looking for... Oh, okay, the running back's going to shuffle over. It wasn't an empty backfield, I guess. Missed that, but the direct snap goes nowhere. Corey Wall's banged up. They're going to punt the ball back to us, and we are in Tennessee's red zone here as the 4th quarter is getting off to a start. Oh, my goodness. 8.5 minutes to go in this game, as that's that Marcus Buckhalter in the backfield. See, our power back, I guess, as we'll hand it off to him there and find absolutely nothing. So 2nd down now. Look for maybe like an actual running back to, or I mean, not calling Marcus Buckhalter not a running back, but one of our star running backs to take cross just like that to give us the lead here late in this college football playoff game. We are nursing a 3-point lead here against the Volunteers as it is a 3rd and 12 for them. They send a man in motion. They're running the read option, and we are going to not be able to bring the quarterback down at first, but eventually we do indeed make the stop here as Tennessee unable to score. And with 3.5 minutes in this game, we have 95 yards, maybe even less than that if we go down there and kick a field goal to go down and win this game. DJ Dugard Jr. almost 200 yards rushing in this game. What a performance on the biggest stage for our best player. We will absolutely continue to hand the ball off. We're seeing a lot of him. Is Deuce Lawrence hurt? So I guess it's just we're giving him a lot of carries here down the stretch. So that's fine. I just don't want him getting banged up as he'll make a man miss again. And we're going to let the 2-minute timeout come and go here as we have reached a pretty good spot on the field now. So it is 1st and 10 on our own 39. We are moving the ball on Tennessee without much of an issue here, but they finally do clamp the run up as we only pick up 2 that time. 2nd and 8 here with the clock ticking. How do we be smart about this while maximizing our opportunity? We take the small chunks where they are, and that's what we do. So Nazir Amos, a backup tight end for us who probably does not have that many catches for us, makes a very big one there as we will make a man miss early on in that run and pick up 9 because of it. That run could have gone for nothing, but we played it cool and were able to make him miss as we will continue to let this clock burn away here as we have entered comfortable field goal range for our kicker, and another 1st down means that Tennessee will have to begin using timeouts. This is unbelievable. We went from not knowing if we were going to be even competitive in this game to being 1 timeout away and a couple of plays and a kick from a college football semifinal appearance to come here, upset Tennessee in the fashion in which we have, might live in college football memory for quite some time, as we are going to look for another carry to Deuce Lawrence, and he is going to pick up a big 1st down. And with that, we can go ahead. We're going to let the clock run down here. I meant to put on shoot clock, so I'm going to wait the 20 seconds, but I will cut that out so you don't have to wait. Now we will go ahead and snap the ball. Don't pick up anything there, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and let this clock run down to the last possible second, and then I will cut it when we are on the field with our kicker. So 2 seconds remain in this game, and we will send our kicker onto the field. A trip to the college football semifinal on the line. It is up. It is good. This team will play at least 1 more game as we walk away from this game 34-31 winners of the Peach Bowl. Can you believe it? I am beside myself with the performance we put up in the second half of that game. Briggs Cherry, 191 yards and an interception in this game. Not his finest performance, but DJ Dugard Jr. coming up absolutely massive in this game. 3 touchdowns and 215 rushing yards. Nothing great for us through the air as far as receiving goes. And then our defense making quite a few plays of their own. Tyler Jordan having 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks today. Really making a big difference for us. And I will see you guys next week when we take on somebody in the semifinal. Okay, so we are in the college football semifinal, the Sugar Bowl against Oklahoma. And if we thought an Oklahoma team or a Tennessee team was a tough matchup, this Oklahoma team is going to be even tougher as they are 13-1 and 7-1 in conference. I will set practice up for this week, and then I will see you in the college football playoff semifinal. All right, Sugar Bowl trophy visible as we take the field with a chance for a national title on the line. We have already upset one SEC team in the college football playoff. Will we make it 2 here today? As we will jump into the moments here, and already our defense is in need of some help. This might be a small insight into what we are dealing with, as I believe their quarterback was up for the Heisman this season. So if that tells you anything about the quality of program we are playing here today, they will run it in for a touchdown almost immediately. We do have the ball here on 3rd and 2 in their half of the field. Briggs Cherry in the shotgun. We're going to hand off to Dugard Jr., and he will try to make somebody miss. Unable to do so, but he does pick up a first down for us. Unable to make any points on that drive, it would seem, though. And Oklahoma is driving the ball on us here. 2nd and 5 for them deep in our territory. Oh boy, we thought this might be the kind of game we were talking about with Tennessee, and I think we are probably going to get it here from Oklahoma. 13-1 in the SEC is an impressive feat, especially in this day and age. So this team's got some talent. That's to be sure. As we will force them to kick here on 4th down, though. It will only be a 10-0 game. That's a little bit more overcomable than 14-0. As it is up and good for Oklahoma. 10-0 lead here for them early. Can we get back in this game? We are not doing anything on offense. I haven't seen us move the ball across the 50 since the first time we had the chance to touch it on offense. But that is just the way things go. As Arrington Maiden's going to step up here and pick up a huge chunk for them, as they are now deep in our red zone. And we will have to try to stop them from getting into our end zone again. Probably going to have a lot of moments like this game. And it's going to become very boring very quickly, unfortunately, if we can't get some offense to match. It's just not fun to play defense when you're losing by 40 points, you know, and you're unable to stop anything they've got going on. But I think this season, even if we walk out of this game with a loss, is an overwhelming success. We wanted a conference title. We achieved that. We wanted to make the college football playoff and maybe win a game and surprise the world. We've done that. And now we are in the green as far as my expectations for us. If we win this game, that's great. If not, then we need to go to the drawing board, reload, and one of the things I definitely think we'll need to consider in this offseason stream is whether or not it's time for us to move conference. I would say that maybe it's a year too early. We might need another year in the American Conference to continue to separate ourselves and prove that we belong in a higher tier conference, as Oklahoma was blanketed on everything we were looking for there. We do manage to eventually put a touchdown on the board here, and we will have a 2-minute drill with 1.5 minutes and 98 yards to cover. Oh, how lovely is that, as we almost managed to find a huge play on the first play from scrimmage, but we will look to a different play here on 1st and 10 as we do pick up the first. And we will look for Romel Stevens, and it is picked off. I mean, the green window is one thing. I mean, that's just... I'm throwing the ball with anticipation, hoping that when Romel Stevens breaks on his route, that he maybe creates some separation. I mean, I'm forgetting who we're playing against here. We're playing against probably one of the best teams in the SEC. A team that only managed to lose one game in conference and won their conference title. That's a tough team to beat, and we are definitely experiencing that here in this game, as there's 30 seconds on the clock. He's going to drop back to pass and can't complete it. Receiver drops it, or tight end, I guess, drops it on that one. I really do think it's only a matter of time before they score here on this drive. We'll try to keep them out, but knowing how our defense is going to keep playing today, yeah, things like that are probably going to be the norm here, as Oklahoma takes a 24 and then 31-7 lead. We are given a 3rd and 8 situation here deep in the 3rd quarter now, as we are going to drop back and have pressure immediately and get sacked. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to get embarrassed in this game, but Oklahoma is a good football team that it would appear that we just weren't ready to play this year. And they're giving us the TCU treatment where we're getting our shit kicked in here, but I mean, I would think that our team is just better than the performance we put on the field today. I think Oklahoma really wants that national championship. I would be surprised if we don't see them walk away with it. But you never know. The quality of competition in college football continues to get more and more evenly dispersed. I mean, the fact that we were able to dismantle a Tennessee team that was not any like pushover by any stretch of the imagination, as Romel Stevens can't hang on there. And I mean, that just about seals the game. We'll have an opportunity here inside their half of the field here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the game. But I mean, all chances of us having a chance to win this game ended about 2.5 quarters ago as one of our linemen goes down there with an injury. This is where we start to consider what we have to be thankful for. I think we still have a lot of young talent that isn't ready to graduate and is not going to be jumping to leave us this offseason with the amount of success that we've had. We've got an NIL budget that will help us acquire, I think, some talent in the transfer portal that can continue to help us make a difference here in these games down the line. And the success we've had this season is something that we can walk away proudly from this game with, because a conference title is something this team, I believe, has never accomplished before, and as well as not really ever playing for anything as far as like meaningful football and national title hopes. As someone just came all over my screen there for a second. I don't know what happened. That was strange, but we're going to ignore that here. We'll kick the field goal with less than a minute left, and it will be a 45-10 blowout win here for Oklahoma as they will move on to the college football title game against somebody on the other side of the bracket. Today was just not our day, as we only managed 81 yards through the air and 2 interceptions to go along with only about 60 yards on the ground. And then defensively, I mean, we were getting in their backfield. Oh my gosh, we were producing a lot of tackles for loss, but unfortunately just couldn't end up holding their offense down forever. We will unfortunately take our first loss of the year, and that means our season is also over. But all things considered, what a year it was. To get this close to winning a national title is definitely a positive thing we can hang our hat on. And we will now head into the offseason with a lot of things to consider as far as conference play and what we are going to do to continue to make this roster better. Because I still think we have plenty of holes that need addressed. Our quarterback, our receiver room are very weak, and we will have as it's going to be Oklahoma versus Penn State for the title. That's a very interesting matchup, but we will have a lot to consider. So we will advance to next week, and we will see who wins the college football playoff here, as it is going to be Oklahoma walking away with a 47-28 victory. You can see that we have been awarded 1,600 Dynasty points, and we've received a 500 Dynasty point bonus for completing the objective of upgrading our facilities. Now, we are left with a lot to consider here, because we theoretically could just straight up decide to spend the money to upgrade to an elite facility right now, but that's a decision we will have to make once we start our off-season stream, which of course will be this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday at 5:30. I will have a more definitive date as we get closer once this video is posted, because I'm recording this here on Monday and this will probably get posted by Friday. So this video will have the for sure date, but keep your eyes peeled. I hope to catch you in the stream this off season, and if you did enjoy this season and this video, be crashing out because our team started falling apart at the end of the season into our playoff run, please leave a like, comment below about this season and what you feel like next season might look like. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button so our channel and community can continue to grow and reach more people out there. And I hope to catch you in another video or the stream here very soon. Take care.